Square one, square two, square three, and again. Eurovision 2013 winner Emmelie de Forest has released a new single, Hopscotch, and it comes with a new face, a new image, a new booty thrust. She's really going for playful with Hopscotch, very urban R&B. I mean, it's almost hip-hop, but sung by like a Harajuku girl. I don't know if that makes sense. It's a hot mess. Angus, what are you thinking?
I feel like the metaphor doesn't make any sense, where she's like, I live my life like I'm on a hopscotch, because like a hopscotch isn't a necessarily dangerous thing. Like there's no sense of like danger there. If like she falls off the hopscotch, she's gonna die. It just sounds like a frustrating like playground game. So I just think it's like, for me, it's just a song about having like my life's terribly annoying because I'm stuck playing a game. Like I can't get any deeper than it because I feel there's not a lot behind it other than it being annoying and in your face, and so like off-brand for her. I miss like Emmelie de Forest, mother of the earth, rainmaker, who like gets angry because her boyfriend went and got drunk and sent drunk sex. Like I love that bite and like nerved her into just like being all edgy and blah. And this, I'm just like, she's cut off the hair, she's got like a choppy bob, but it doesn't make her a new artist, and I'm not convinced.
Denise, will you be drawing a hopscotch board outside?
No, I agree with Angus. I think it's such a shame with only teardrops and Rainmaker. She had such a unique sound which made it stand out. And this is just so cliche, and it's not like it's really, really bad. But the girl which we liked from Eurovision, she completely changed, and I think it's such a shame.
The poor lady's having an identity crisis, because she was like, as Angus said, Mother Earth or whatever, which she had all the slew of singles after Only Teardrops, and she was in the forest and all the videos and blah 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 blah. And then next thing, last summer, big announcement, image change, and she's this sultry, sexy girl in the bikini singing about being drunk tonight. And then the next year, another new image, and she's paint all over her face and she's singing about hopscotch. Like, she really needs to decide what kind of market she's in and kind of say, I'm going to be this kind of singer and I'm going to stick with it. Or at least, like, stay with it for a whole album. Like, she hasn't even released her second album and she's gone from drunk tonight to hopscotch. Like, it's ridiculous.
Or a whole hour. I mean, this is insane. And, you know, it's almost like she's saying to people at her record label, because she said, there's a lyric, it says, they say I'm insane, but I say it's just a game. Well, she's definitely playing around with her style, with everything else. I just don't think this is the real her. It's like, and I know we shouldn't tell her who she is or what her music is, but it just feels so different from the Emmelie that, you know, rose to win Eurovision. Maybe she's sick of singing Only Teardrops. Maybe like, because, you know, she's always invited and she's known as the Eurovision winner. And maybe it starts to hurt after a while when all of your other work, you know, that you've, you know, written isn't as successful as a song other people worked on. We move on to Svetlana Loboda, who has the song Pora Domoy. And look, Pora discovered this and he did a write-up and he wrote about the video, and I just have to say, this video is crazy. Like, I mean, obviously this is coming from the woman who mortgaged her house to buy her hamster wheel for Moscow Eurovision. So you know she's gonna go big, go hard, or go home. Well, not go home because she ain't got a house no more. But in any event, this is pure sex. It's like, the video is crazy. If you haven't watched it, she ends up filleting someone at the end. There's a male stripper stripping for a woman who she's put in a wheelchair. Like, there is so much going on, and I love every minute of it. It's just, I don't know what the hell she's saying, but I don't need to know what the hell she's saying, because this is fun.
We can always rely on her to be crazy, because, like, her Eurovision video was crazy. She had another video, Under the Ice, where she had voodoo and chickens. Then she had a video with Emin. She set him on fire. Now she has this, where she's drowning women in the bath. Another one falls off the roof. There's urination in the fairground. And, like, I mentioned it as well, like, you kind of look at it and think of Rihanna's Bitch Better Have My Money video, but this was released a whole month beforehand. So, like, it's just completely bonkers. And the song, like, it's really upbeat and catchy, and you listen to it and don't have a clue what's going on, but you just watch for the video.
Maybe the bitch Rihanna was talking about was Svetlana. Okay.
I'm a little bit scared, I have to admit, of like Svetlana Loboda. Like, at Moscow I loved her, but she was also kind of terrifying with the whole like bomb and the like centurions and the sparkly getup and whatever. And this is just like insane serial killer popness, and I'm not really sure if like Hannibal Lecter is a good inspiration for a pop song or a music video, but clearly it is for her. Yeah,
she doesn't
it's
eat
just
anyone.
Yeah, but like killing people, blood, the metaphor runs of it. Just leave it alone. She's insane. I'm not sure if I'm into it, but you know, what's next? Well, maybe cannibalism's next for Svetlana. Maybe that's what'll be in the next video.
Well, there's snakes and sharks in this one as well.
I mean, what isn't? Like, there's a road trip, there's an office scene, there's a...
And she wakes up at the very start of the video, there's the bedroom scene, and there's like loads of people as if they were all drunk, and there's feathers everywhere, and there's a man in bed, and there's 2 snakes, and she takes a trip to the aquarium, and she's kind of lounging then in the shark's mouth, and yeah.
And outside, Emmelie de Forest is playing Hopscotch.
It's like she's desperate. She just needs attention or something. I don't know. It's like, look at me, I can do this, I can do that. Oh, look, it's like a circus here, and no, I just don't like it. Be yourself.
But like, obviously something is working for her, because she's got 3.5 million views on YouTube, whereas poor Emmelie is like struggling to get like maybe 100,000, and she's the Eurovision winner, so...
Yeah.
You know why? Because Svetlana, she had plastic surgery, she got her new face, and she owned it. Whereas Emmelie, it's like, I'm gonna change this, I'm gonna change that. She's doing it so piecemeal. Do it all at once. Give us the
Yeah,
full
but also in
package.
fact, Ukraine's a much bigger country than Denmark, so like in terms of view count, they're never gonna do like that well comparatively. And also that's slightly like, that's more like you'd be like, oh my god, I've got to watch it. Whereas Hopscotch, you just be like, oh, do I have to?
No, you'd be like, square 1, square 2, square 3, and again. Margaret Berger, she of Feed Me Your Love, or I Feed You My Love fame, is back. She's featuring on Face's new single, Diamonds. You guys, I'm not feeling this. I'm sorry. This is cubic zirconia. This is not a real diamond. This is like a cheap ruby. This is costume jewelry. I think she has one line. She's like, baby, diamonds in your eyes tonight. What a waste. I feel like she's trying to be street, but she's not street. Like, she's not being authentic to who she is.
I completely disagree. I really like this song. It's very like if Alphabet were dark and moody and like weren't singing about rays of sunshine. It's what Alphabet wanted to be on the second album but weren't, and then they went into like career oblivion. Whereas Margaret's just this, and she's icy, and I will love anything she does because she's incredible. I just love her, and I love this.
I'm gonna have to disagree with Angus again. But
Wow.
it's kind of her sound. Her vocals are the way she always sounds, but it's a waste when you consider how good Human Beings and Scream and I Feed You My Love, and then her singles before that, Samantha and all this. This is just her. Like, there's the 2 guys from Face singing away, and she just has this one line about diamonds, and she's going on and on and on. And it's so repetitive, and it's kind of derivative, and like, she's capable of doing much, much better.
Well, I did like her. I really did. But then she made this video unavailable in the Netherlands, so now I don't like her anymore. No, but I did like her, so I hope this song will be available so that I can agree with Angus and say that I absolutely love it.
Laura Fabian, she who was upstaged by Celine Dion when she went to Eurovision, is back. She never went anywhere. She has released a new song, Quand je ne chante pas, When I Don't Sing. You guys, this is so sweet. This like touches your heart. It's like, this shows you don't have to spend a lot of money to have a great video.
I mean, it's like, this is the song Lisa Ronjour should have entered if she wanted to do well at Eurovision, because it's fun, it's upbeat, and sounds current, but it doesn't sound weird that it's like from a more of like an older lady singing it. Doesn't sound as weird, whereas like, yeah, Lisa was really dreary, and this is so upbeat and so fun, and Lara's just, she's great.
This is France in the beginning of the 20s. It's just a French song and really pure, and that's what I love. And in the beginning of this song, I really had goosebumps. I mean, the song itself, it's good, but it's nothing special. But the French, the language itself, it's so great. And especially when someone like Lara is singing it, yeah, like I said, it sounds so pure, and yeah, all of that is making it really good for me.
And it just shows you how talented Lara Fabian is, because I haven't done French since I left school, so I've forgotten most of it. But yeah, she's so talented that she kind of gets every emotion into her words. And you know that it's a really happy, upbeat song and that you should feel in a good mood. But you don't know why, because she could be singing about going on a mad rampage in her car. But like, she just has the power through her vocals, and it's such an uplifting song. And then the video is just so sweet as well.
and they're fluffy clouds, and there's like a bed, and it's just so nice. And it's like not a woman in a black dress with black eyeliner headed to a funeral singing about terrorism. But I did love Lisa Angel, don't get me wrong. And also, can I say, I love how Laura Fabian entered Sanremo like last year. She's like, it's not beneath her. You know how some artists, she sold bajillions of albums, but she doesn't care. She just wants to be with the people, with her fans. I really like that. I hope that she comes back to Sanremo.
And Eurovision.
Yes.
And she has such a selection. Sanremo for Italy. She's from Belgium. She represented Luxembourg. She sings in French.
She's listened to people in Ireland, by people in Ireland and Netherlands and England. Yay! Mariette, she from Melody Festival in 2015, is ready for a revolution. Y'all, she was Homo of the Year a few years ago. She is still waving that flag. This was the official anthem of Stockholm Pride 2015. Are you feeling my revolution?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Sign me up. I'm ready to like storm the barricades, tear down the government, because I love it. It's such an empowering message. I think pride is such like a beautiful theme for a song, and Mariette so clearly feels it. And it's just such a nice contrast to Don't Stop Believing, because it shows she can be like Elphaba, she can be like the Wicked Witch, she can be Glinda the Good, she can do like both sides of it, and it's just so upbeat, and it has that whole like, I don't know, like harmonious chime for change that just makes you happy and feel positive and smiley, and it's great. I love it.
I think it's because of her Eurovision song that I don't really like this song. I mean, I really like Don't Stop Believing, and it was so dark and mysterious, and now hearing this song, I'm like, where is the Mariette we know from Eurovision? And I think if it was sung by another singer, I would have liked it. But in this case, with Mariette, I'm like, no, I want to hear another song like Don't Stop Believing. And that's just because I really like that one. But as a background song, yes, it's okay, but I won't play this song myself. I won't search for it, no.
Well, I think it's kind of continuing on the theme of Don't Stop Believing. Like, Don't Stop Believing is kind of, it's meant to be an uplifting song because it's telling you don't stop believing, but it's kind of dark. And now she's obviously started believing, and she started a revolution, and everything is light and bright. And then if you look at the video, she's like the Pied Piper, and she's rounding up all the people of Stockholm or whatever city she's in, and they're going marching for Pride. And like, it's a really good song. Her vocals are on point as always, and this, like, you can't help but smile. I can't anyway.
Now, I'm a homosexual, and I'm all about this message of empowerment, but I am bored by this song. Like Denise, I expected more. This is just, I have stopped believing. Like, this is just boring. Like, I don't feel like the message of empowerment is enough to make me want to listen to this. It's background music, like Denise said. Like, I want her to be center stage. This is just, I could hear this like if I was at a paint store and it was in the background, like, because it's inoffensive. Like, make me feel something. Like, I'd rather you vomit on my feet than play this and I feel nothing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you stopped believing like before she'd even like got into the Malfest final because you hated the song then. So I mean,
hate it. I just
to
didn't
be like,
love it.
I expected so much more. I like just stopped believing that. No, you stopped believing a long time
But
ago.
that just
girl.
suggests how bad I think this is. Like, I'm not feeling it. You know, but she has a great voice though. You can't take that away. And I think that she'll do better next time. Jedward, that's John and Edward, they recently released a new single called Leave a Mark. And you know, they're trying to leave a mark, guys. This is like a more serious single. They're looking up to their idols. And the video doesn't show them jumping around, as Denise pointed out earlier. Angus, what do you make of the song and video?
I mean, this is pushing me like past the waterline, like I'm drowning. Like, that's how terrible this is. It's just awful. Like, that whole, like, from the minute where it's like Martin Luther King and they have all these people who are like figures who made a difference and like an actual impact. And it's just like John Lennon, but I mean, they made a difference in Ireland at Eurovision because, you know, they'd done terribly for like the decade before that. But like, Martin Luther King, really, it's just like when Madonna did that campaign where she was like, everyone's a rebel heart. And it was just terrible.
Well, I just hated lipstick. It was awful.
Oh my god.
Yeah, sorry. So for me, this song was a pleasant surprise. It isn't shouty, yes. It isn't as annoying as lipstick. So yeah, it's better. Is it good? No. Is it better than what we've seen from them before? Yes. but still it's bad. But for Jedward, it's pretty good. Yeah.
Holland has just released a nuke on Ireland. Ireland, your response.
See, Jedward are good when they're shouty. When they're not shouty, they're just bad singers. Because any decent singer can sing in a non-shouty fashion, whereas only Jedwards have the balls to go and shout lipstick on, blah blah blah. But then, as for this song, like, it's just the most ridiculous thing I've seen like all week when they're there and you see Martin Luther King, Gandhi, Nelson Mandela, Elvis, Audrey Hepburn, and then Jedward are there swishing in the sea and they're swishing with the sand and like it's just bizarre. And I don't know, are they trying to compare themselves to those people? Because they're definitely not in the same league.
Oh my god, Jedward totally brokered the end of apartheid. What are you talking about? No, you're right. It would be very grandiose if that's what they were going for. I just find the song a little boring. Like, it's like you say, I want them jumping with big hair and shouting. And like, I guess they're sensitive. They want to show that they're maturing, but I think you can still do that in like a fun way. This was a bit of a letdown for me. I liked the preceding single, I forget the name of it. But this needs to go. Eurovision 2012 winner Loreen has released the second single from her second album. It's called I'm In It With You. Are you guys in it for her?
Absolutely. It's so good. I mean, Paper Light was such a good song anyway, first to come out with, because We Got the Power, it was kind of a good song, but I think it only seemed really good because she performed it at Eurovision. It was like her, I guess, like winner's single, if that makes any sense. Whereas like Paper Light was actually good, and this is good because it's a ballad, but it's not boring. And with Loreen's voice, like, you always think it lends itself more to dance because it's got that very like ethereal, sweeping like thing that made Euphoria really great. So yeah, it's really good. I'm into it.
Denise?
I think the song itself isn't that special, but all her songs are good because of the emotion she puts in it. When you listen to her songs, you almost start crying, and she's doing a great job with that. So this song, it is good, but my favorite song of her is still Every Time, and yeah, this one isn't better than that one.
Like, I think it's a decent song, but I think people are wetting themselves over it just because it's Loreen. Paper Light, her last single, was much stronger, and there was a handful of singles off her first album that I liked way more. Saying that, it's still a good song. Like, if someone like Susie from Portugal, who doesn't have a great track record, released it, you'd be like, oh yay, well done. But Loreen has set the bar so high for herself that this is kind of a disappointment for me personally.
I was let down. I mean, Angus talked about We Got the Power. That was my jam. That was my favorite song. There was an anthemic quality to it. Like, I felt like a higher being. Whereas this, I don't feel anything. I mean, it's like Denise says, she's very good live and she can make the emotion happen. And like, I watched a live performance of this and it was much better than the digitally mastered one. The digitally mastered single, I'm bored. I don't like mid-tempo. I'm waiting for something to happen. Nothing ever happens. I feel like it goes on for about a minute and a half too long. But she sounds amazing. Like, her voice is great. And like, when she says she's in it with me, I'm like, yes, you are. Like, she does make you feel something. I just wish I felt something for the whole 4:40 or whatever it is, as opposed for just like a split second when she reaches the chorus for the first time. Because after that, I'm done.